What's happening, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dean, the HFL mentor, mentoring you for your health, fitness, and your lifestyle. And welcome back to another episode of Eat This Not That, where we look at comparing and contrasting different foods. Now, before I continue, I must let you know I am not a qualified nutritionist. I am a personal trainer and I have been for the last 10 years, and I do these videos purely for entertainment and educational purposes only. If you missed last week's episode, you can do so now by clicking the link in the top right hand corner. Right, guys, let's crack on with the video. Now look, I'm not gonna lie, I've had a very stressful morning. I originally planned to talk about couscous with rice. Then I realized that that wasn't probably the best combination. Then I was gonna talk about pasta and rice because I was stressing out. And then I completely changed my mind. And so now we are looking at sauces. We're going to be talking about the battle of the sauces in today's episode. So we are comparing Tesco Bolognese sauce with Dolmio original Bolognese sauce. Now, what's interesting about today's episode is that I actually wanted to discuss the Lloyd Grossman sauce because that's a much popular brand. But unfortunately, this happened. Yes, that's right. Things are just not going well today. But anyway, let's get on with the video. So throughout my years of cooking, I've mainly used the Lloyd Grossman sauce, but since that one is now out of the picture, I generally would use the Dolmio one just because it's recognized more, it's popular, and well, yeah, that is pretty much it. I never really looked at the ingredients at the back because I guess as buyers we just assume things are better for you, but this video might actually shock you. So, on to the first one. We're going to be discussing the Bolognese sauce by Tesco. So guys, starting off, you know the drill. We're going to be looking at the macros per 100 grams. So we've got energy, 165 kilojoules, which is 39 calories. Fats, 0.7 grams. Saturated, 0.1 grams. Carbs, 6 grams. Sugar, 5.4 grams. Fiber 1.7 grams, protein 1.5 grams, and salt 0.6 grams. There's not many, but what I like about it is it just seems more natural. Now we're going to be looking at the ingredients. Tomatoes, 67%, 24% of partially reconstituted tomato puree, sugar, onion, sunflower oil, salt, corn flour, onion powder, concentrated lemon juice, herbs, and garlic puree. So I guess if I'm looking through these ingredients, the ones that really didn't make sense to me was the partially reconstituted tomato puree. And this is basically, it's made by adding water to tomato puree. That's why they call it partially reconstituted. Nothing really to be concerned about there. Everything else is fairly straightforward. Alright guys, so now we're going to be discussing the Dolmio original Bolognese sauce. Okay, so let's look at the macros per 100 grams. So we've got energy, 195 kilojoules, which is 46 calories. Fats, 0.6 grams. Saturates, 0.1 grams. Carbs, 8.1 grams. Sugars, 5.6 grams. Fiber, 1.4 grams. Protein, 1.3 grams. Salt 0.69 grams, potassium 314 milligrams. So let's look at the ingredients. So we've got tomatoes 75%, tomato paste 13%, onion, sugar, modified maize starch, salt, sunflower oil, basil, garlic, acidity regulator, and in brackets here it's got citric acid, parsley, spice, and herb. No artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. Alright guys, so from looking at those ingredients, the only thing that I can really see being a red flag in my eyes is the acidity regulator. Now, I wanted to know what this was, so I looked it up. As you know, that's what we do. Now, the acidity regulator is used to alter and control the acidity or the alkalinity on a specific level, which is important for processing, taste, and food safety. So they add a little bit of citric acid in there just to control the pH level, because obviously if it's too high it can be quite hazardous to our health, and if it's too low, likewise it can be quite hazardous to our health as well. So they have to get that temperature, that pH level just right. So guys, the Tesco Bolognese one uses partially reconstituted tomato puree 24%, but the Dolmio one, the more popular one, actually uses something called tomato paste 13%. Now I wanted to know what the difference was, okay? So I did my research and this is what I came up with. Tomato puree is a canned sauce made of cooked strained tomatoes. It has a thinner consistency than tomato paste. Tomato paste is a very thick paste of tomatoes that's even more concentrated than tomato puree. It has a lightly sweet flavor versus tomato puree, which tastes tangy with a subtle bitter finish. In my personal opinion, the Tesco Bolognese one is a much natural sauce. It doesn't have that many ingredients in it compared to the Dolmio one. And yeah. Alright guys, so now we're going to compare and contrast the macros, okay? Now, this is actually really important because you don't want to just pile on like a load of sugar, okay? And a load of excess calories. You want something that tastes good in your mouth. The texture needs to be important, but most importantly, any sauce or condiment that you add to your food, it should like add value, not just be filled with a load of sugar and unnatural crap. All right, so it's actually really important. So in terms of the calories, the Tesco own one actually has fewer calories. In terms of the sugars, the Dolmio actually has a little bit more sugar. So the Dolmio one has actually more percentage of tomatoes inside at 75%, but it's also got the tomato paste, it's got the modified maize starch, and it's got that acidity regulator. So in terms of the more natural one, then the Tesco one wins every time. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to warm up each of the sauces and then I'm going to give each of them a rating out of 10. So if you never tried any of these sauces before, well, you're going to have a better idea after I taste them. Alright guys, so first up we've got the Dolmio one. Woo! You can definitely taste that there's more ingredients in there. It's actually quite sour as well. Really sweet. And you can actually see the bits of parsley and onion that they used. Right, let's try the other one now. Definitely not as sweet. Definitely a lighter texture as well. Yeah, it's nice. It is a tough one. So, okay. Can I get a drum roll, please? I'm gonna give the Dolmio one a 8 out of 10. It is actually really nice. I'm gonna give the Tesco one a 6 out of 10. Now I find that the Dolmio one's just a little more sweeter. It's got like a little like tangy sort of kick to it as well. That's my video today. I'm so glad I managed to film this one for you guys. It wasn't looking good at the start, not gonna lie, but we have done it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you got some value from this video, if you like what I do, then consider subscribing, as you will be helping out this channel tremendously and you'll give more people a chance to watch it as well. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to know what one you prefer. Have you tried them before? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, I will see you all very, very soon. Bye for now.